Ew.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Carolina, and today I'm going to be answering some of your questions that you guys asked me on my Instagram, and I'm so excited to dive into these. I got some great questions. Shout out to Alicia for sending most of them. Just jump right into it, shall we? What has been the funnest stage show you've been a part of? So I think I really enjoyed two shows. One, I really enjoyed being in a production of Hunchback that I was in. I went in not knowing anybody, and I came out with like a bunch of really awesome friends that I love and I miss so much. And this show wasn't particularly the best. The people and the experiences that I had during that show and during that time period in my life, I really needed those people. And when I got out of that show, I needed those people even more, and they were such a great support, and they were such great friends. And the show gets really serious a lot of the times, and I could not stop laughing with these people. They're just so fun, and they're just like, I love them, and I miss them so much. What is your favorite musical? So my favorite musical is kind of controversial. I love Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. Yes, I said it. Yes, a lot of people hate it, but you know what? I don't care. I love it. It was my first musical CD that I ever got when I was like, I want to say like 6 years old. It changed my life forever. And I can probably be in a one-woman show, and I can name all the colors. So red and yellow and green and brown and scarlet and black and ochre and peach and ruby and olive and violet and fawn, lilac and gold and chocolate and fawn, cream and crimson and silver and rose, azure and lemon and russet and gray, purple and white and pink and orange and blue. Did I lose any of you? Do you practice sustainability, and if so, how? Love your shit, by the way. Keep it up, girl. Oh my god, I love this question, and I love you. Thank you for asking that. So I feel like actually during this pandemic that I've been stuck at home, I've been researching a lot more about sustainability. A lot of the coworkers that I work with, they do a lot of videos on sustainability, and they are advocates for it, about zero waste and everything. So through them and through their videos that I've watched, I've learned a lot about it. I am trying my best to be more sustainable. I've shifted my wardrobe options to more eco-friendly stores or thrifting and just like zero waste stores. Also, I'm kind of switching things up in my routine, so I took out makeup wipes from the equation, and I ended up getting reusable makeup remover pads, which honestly changed my life, and I feel like my skin thanks me so much for it. But I'm trying. I already have reusable straws. I love those. I don't tell my roommate this, but I want to try and compost, but I don't think she's gonna let me. So, but I have been researching a lot. I actually found a couple zero waste stores here in LA that I kind of want to go to once it's safe to do so. And I'm really excited because I think this is something that I could actually do. Maybe not so to an extreme, but I think little bits and habits that I can break in my own routine that I can start doing and practicing more sustainability. So I'm super excited to try all of that stuff. If you have any recommendations on how to, I would love to, because all I've been watching is the Down to Earth Zac Efron show. So good, by the way. And I just read a bunch of articles on like Pinterest and also conversations with my coworkers. What kind of content is your favorite to create? So I used to love making comedic content, which I still do. I think it's awesome, and I love making people laugh. That's like, it's so cathartic for me to have other people laugh at me. But I think now I've kind of shifted my mind, and I've kind of thought about my platform. Granted, it's not that big, but I feel like having a platform regardless is a great way to communicate issues in the world and like tell people to fix them / show them how to fix them and fix it yourself. So I think now my focus is on making content that is helpful and truthful and uplifting, but also for a cause, if that makes any sense. Starbucks or Dunkin'? I'm gonna have to go with Dunkin'. I'm so sorry, I cannot do Starbucks. I think the only two things I can do with Starbucks are the chai latte and the matcha, but that's like if I really need something. But for the most part, I don't do Starbucks. I love Dunkin' though. Dunkin', superb. Favorite meal of the day? I think I love dinner. My breakfast is usually really small. My lunch is usually really small. Not because I'm like dieting or anything, just because like I'm not really hungry during those 2 days and I snack a lot throughout the day. But dinner time, that's when it goes down. I love pasta. I love hearty things. I love protein burgers, so that's what I really go to. So dinner, it's my favorite. Bert or Ernie? I'm gonna go with with Ernie on this one because Rubber Ducky, that song slaps so hard. I don't care what anyone says. It's the greatest Sesame Street song ever. Do you have any fun travel stories? I try and think. I don't really know. A kind of weird travel story is when I was a senior in high school. We did like 2 trips. We did like a beginning of the year trip and then an end of the year trip. So for the end of the year trip, we went to Catalina Island, and I was super excited because I love Catalina. I love the beach. And we get there, and we're supposed to only be there for like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We ended up staying Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and I'm pretty sure Tuesday also, because the winds were like between 50 to 85 mile per hour. There was no ferries coming and going from the mainland, so we were stuck there. And I literally had no clothes. It was so windy. I had to buy like merchandise, like Catalina Island merchandise, because I had absolutely nothing to wear, nothing clean to wear, and it was awful. I hated it. That's why you always pack extra underwear, kids, and socks. What is your favorite Hamilton song? Mine is by far the Schuyler Sisters. Where do I begin? I have a lot. Schuyler Sisters is definitely up there. I think my favorite is Room Where It Happens because I love Leslie Odom Jr.'s voice, and I love the choreography in that number, and I think it's just so fun. I love that. That's absolutely my favorite song. Room Where It Happens, for sure. What is your favorite book and song? So my favorite book is probably The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. I really like that. It's really short. If you just need a little like soul lifter, that one's good for you. I also really love The Little Prince. I have that in English and French because I'm trying to be trilingual. It's not working out very well. But I can tell you that a boy's eating an orange. Le garçon mange une orange. That's literally all I can say. I really like those two because they have like, they're so, I don't know if this is the right word to say it, but they're kind of like meta, where there's like a bigger theme about it than what it actually is about. Especially The Little Prince. Like, you think it's like a little kid's book, but then if you really read it and like you really pay attention, it's really deep, and I really like what it says. My favorite song, this is hard. I have a couple. So I really love Sunday Morning by Maroon 5. That's like my all-time favorite song. I love Sympathy for the Devil by the Rolling Stones. That song gets me hyped. I love it. I just think it's fun. I also really like R.E.M. by Ariana Grande. I also love Needy by Ariana Grande. I'm trying to think if that is anything else. I think that might be it. Those might be my top songs. But my songs change every day, but those for sure are my top. I love this question. You're such a positive person. How do you stay this way? Well, it hasn't always been like this, my friend. I think I needed a lot of help, especially this time last year. I think just a lot of like soul-searching books. Like I said, Paulo Coelho books literally lifted my soul out of my body and was like, you need to think about your life differently. And I was like, you're right, dude. I think I just stay positive because I have like really good friends, and like I love my family. I love my boyfriend too, and I have a great like grounding force of people in my life. It hasn't always been that way. I wasn't always really close to my family. Being apart from them has really helped our relationship a lot, and like I used to have a really huge friend group, and now it's kind of small, but I think it's small for the better of it, if that makes any sense. Also do a lot of therapy, so that really helps too. I definitely have my days where I don't want to do anything and I'm having like a mental breakdown, but it's just one day. I'll get over it, and I think it's important to realize that what you see on the internet, all these really perfect people, they're not really perfect. They have all of these flaws, and they're probably also screwed up in the head. Who knows? But I think it's very important to be comfortable with yourself, and I think for me that took a long time to realize how to be happy just by being by myself and not depending on other people, but depending on like me and like my insides, and that was a hard lesson to learn, but I learned it. What is your favorite movie? My favorite movie is probably The Wizard of Oz. I love it so much. I think it's so magical, mystical, and at the end there's like great moral of there's no place like home, which I feel like a lot of us can relate to. And a lot of us can't, and you know, that's okay. So that was a really short Q&A. These videos are gonna be so short, but it's fine. We made it. We're alive. We're great. Super excited. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If there's any questions you didn't get to ask, I am always looking on Instagram, my Twitter. I don't think I've ever shared you guys my Twitter, but I'll leave my Twitter in the description below. My Instagram's gonna be down there, my TikTok, my Twitter. Thank you guys for watching. If there's any video suggestions you have, please leave them in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe, share with your friends, and keep the party going, okay? Besos.